Today we're going to talk about some things, some phrases that I'm going to put out there that will help change your life, or at least change the part that you want to change about it. Now, this isn't a cure-all, this is a help. And these phrases came up because of observing Jesus, watching what Jesus did rather than listening to what he said. We followed the actions. It's all in the Bible. And you can find some of these things in his actions. Now, the secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure instead of having pain and pleasure use you. If you do that, you will be in control of your life. If you don't, your life will control you. When we have pain and we carry it for a long time, it's going to control how we behave and respond to everything in our life. If we have pleasure, it's going to control how we respond to everything in our life if we don't learn if we don't learn how to control our own life. I've come to believe that past failures and frustrations were actually laying the foundation for understandings that have created new levels of living that we now can enjoy. All those past hurts, all those past things that frustrated us were just stepping stones. They were just laying the foundation for us to understand new understandings. Understand what the person is saying. You don't have to believe everything the person is saying. You don't have to follow everything a person is saying, but you have to understand they're coming from their point of view, and you need to honor that because that gives you a new level of understanding, a new level of living, and something you can enjoy. And it just makes you work better with other people. Identify your problems, but give power to energy to the solutions of your problems. There is nothing wrong with identifying your problem. There's nothing wrong with taking it to a confidant. What happens in some cases if we live in the problem, and once we live in the problem, we're a victim. And victims never heal. They can't. It's God's law. It's not my law. So you need to understand, we need to identify it and we need to work on it. If we don't work on it, we carry it through our lives. As we age, we just get worse and worse about problems. You need to identify and release and understand. Through understanding, everything falls away. That's how it works. A real decision is measured by the fact that you've taken new action. You make a decision you're not going to be that way again. You make a decision you're not going to act that way again. And you have to take new action. When Jesus was at the well with the girl, he said, go and sin no more. Take new action. If there's no action, you haven't truly decided to change. It's simple. These are just simple things, and they're so hard to apply. But Jesus demonstrated that through the things he told people, and sin no more. Good leaders spend about 5% of their time on a problem, and they spend about 95% of their time on the solution. Jesus would listen to the people that came to him that needed healing or they wanted healing for someone else. He spent a small time listening. He spent a small time analyzing. And then the rest of the time he spent on the issue was sending the healing, doing the healing. Your faith has healed you, telling you how the healing works. So we just have to understand that's how it works. Problems call us to a higher level. The only way you can go up to another avenue of thinking A broader avenue of thinking is to solve them. We play with them in our minds. We're generally the victor. If we're not, we've got a problem. We anticipate what they're going to do next. And they might or might not do something next. We've got to solve them. We have to solve them in a humane way. And every one of us at some point or another has gotten to the point that we don't solve problems humanely, kindly. We just solve them for us, what's best for us. So we do need to look at what's best for everybody, including us. Your past does not equal your future. So many people have that confused. Go and sin no more. Her past was not going to equal what her potential really is. So when you continue to live like you lived in your past, it's going to give you the same results. The past does not equal the future. You have to make decisions to change. You have to make decisions to act on that change. You have to resolve some things that go on inside of you. And you've got to take care of what goes on in your mind. It is just a must. For change to be of any true value, they've got to be lasting and they have to be consistent. If you want to change, it's new, your mind's going to fight against it, and you have to be consistent. I'm not thinking that way anymore. I'm not behaving that way anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Nobody else is going to do that for you, and nobody is going to continue to make excuses for you for those kind of behaviors once you know what the skills are to change it. So, all in all, we see this demonstrated in the Bible by what Jesus tells people. She will be healed by your faith. He told the centurion that the daughter of his servant would be healed by his faith. Jesus told him he was going to go with him. He says, no, just say the word and she'll be healed. That's demonstrating, that's an action. It's the man had been constantly in faith in order to do that. Faith is designed to carry you. It's not designed for you to carry. And always remember, no matter what your problem, God is still the answer. And if you trust in your Heavenly Father, He'll never let you down. God bless each and every one of you.